Hello everybody, welcome back to the reaction side of things. Happily, since we just finished up with Xiao's story quest, we can get our reaction started again, because the one I want to do next is the first Lantern Rite, if I have my video correct. Hopefully this is the first one. And the suggested prerequisite for this event was Xiao's story quest. So, now that we have finished with that, we can watch this. It's been so long. I'm so excited to finally get back to reaction. So, without further ado, Lantern Rite time! I'm excited to learn more about the Lantern Rite lore itself. Oh, perfect! The origin of the lanterns.
Lantern Rite is nearly here. Why don't we decorate the inn this year?
Lantern Rite?
Oh, don't you know? On the first full moon of the first month each year, Larua celebrates the Lantern Rite.
Okay.
It's a festival to commemorate the heroes
First
from
full
the
moon.
past. After dark, the people release Xiao and Xiao lanterns into the night sky.
And they're so
May
beautiful.
the flames of wisdom spread to all and never be extinguished. This is the meaning of the lanterns. We believe they act as the beacons in the night, guiding bygone heroes back to their homeland.
Okay.
Wow, it sounds like a grand festival.
It sure does, and it sure
And where
is.
there's a grand festival, there's always special seasonal snacks.
Oh, Paimon's
You
excited.
catch Paimon's drift?
Ooh, that's a cool
Wanna get
name.
Involved in the Lantern Rite? That's great! The festive period leading up to the day itself is all part of the celebrations. During this time, we pray to bring peace and ward off bad luck. Liyue locals call it bidding farewell to the old and welcoming the new.
I bet this year they'll
If you're
have us
looking to
make
take part,
lanterns.
It's not too late. Oh,
Because the one that I just did had us making kites.
if
I
you're
wonder if
able
we'll
to,
make lanterns.
could you try to convince Xiao to go with you?
Oh, so that's why they had us do that
We're
quest
not
first.
close. I wouldn't know how to ask him myself. But it seems that you've grown familiar.
Still, given his current mood.
Paimon thinks it might be best to leave him alone for a few days.
Oh yeah, because he's grieving for
I
Vacies.
suppose you're right.
Oh dear.
Anyway, just thought I'd mention it. You should get yourselves down to the harbor.
If this picks up right after his
If you leave
quest.
too late, the city will be crowded with people and you won't be able to make the most of it. Get going. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, this is so fun. So yeah, I hope we get to learn a lot about Lantern Rite
Young
itself in
lady,
this
if
version.
I may
Here we go.
be so bold, how much for the floating thing?
Excuse me, she is not for sale.
Not for sale.
Oh my goodness.
As
Oh,
a
it's
matter of
Bolai.
fact, I'm having some financial trouble recently. I probably couldn't afford it.
Oh dear, what's happened to
I'm
the
just a
shop?
small-time merchant anyway. I don't deal in rare and exotic treasures.
Just silk flowers,
You know,
apparently.
the more you talk, the more suspicious you sound.
Very suspicious.
My, someone's in a grumpy mood, aren't they? Here, maybe some candy will make you feel better.
She's grumpy because you insulted her,
Suspiciously trustworthy.
but that will do the trick.
So,
Typical
I
Paimon.
assume you two are in Liyue for the Lantern Rite?
Yes?
This year's Xiao lantern is supposed to be a sight well worth the wait. The plastrite that will lift the
Ooh.
lantern into the air is the largest in 20 years.
You know about Plastrite from Crane
Big
Returns on the
enough to make
Wind.
you wonder if the fabled floating city in the clouds really does exist.
You mean Celestia? I mean,
I
obviously,
guess
it
it
exists.
must
Yes,
just
of
be
course
held
it
up by a
exists.
similarly sized chunk of plastrite.
Can't you see it in the sky?
Sounds awesome.
Are you trying to say that most people can't see Celestia floating
I hope
there?
Our paths cross again. Welcome to Liyue. Well, I can't speak for the whole of Liyue Harbor, but you're always welcome in my store, at least.
Or is he talking about the Jade Chamber? No, can't be talking about the Jade
I'm
Chamber. He would know what the
joking.
Jade Chamber
I
is.
just donated Dolly. She's my rag doll.
Donated.
Last night in my dream, Dolly told me her wish was to fly up into the sky and see the view.
Oh, did they put it on the
So
lantern?
I gave her to the lady over by the big deer lantern. Dolly's wish will come true now. Won't it?
Aw.
I
Hopefully.
did the right thing. Didn't I? Wishes are supposed to come true at the Lantern Rite, aren't they?
Aw, she's having so many doubts this year. Hang in there, Chang Chang. I want to see this giant lantern. Chest. Oh, Madam Ping. That's the plan. I do hope they make the antlers big enough. You're going too quickly. The story goes that the antlers were made from the very essence of Rex Lapis' divine power, which made it the hardest material in all of Lua. But then, that fateful battle happened. The gods exchanged powerful blows, and the mountain started collapsing. To avoid impacting the villagers at the foot of the mountain, the Adeptus got his friends to chop his antlers off. Ooh! Wow. Did they use the antlers to hold up the mountain? He used those blood-drenched antlers as a wedge to prop up the mountain, and if that wasn't enough of a sacrifice, he then kept on fighting until his blood was drained and his life ran out. Oh. Thanks to him, Mount Tianheng still stands tall and proud to this day, and the blood that he lost in the battle turned into the Bishui River. Bishui? Whether you believe the story or not, I'm just happy you're willing to listen to me tell it. Surely the reason the Lantern Rite exists is because people throughout the ages have chosen to come together as friends rather than stay in isolation. Goodbye. May the flames of wisdom spread to all and never be extinguished. Wait, I want to go back to the beginning of that because I missed like the first two. This year's Ming Xiao lantern is dedicated to Skybracer. He always was a show-off. I'm sure he will be very pleased. Well, that's the plan. I do hope they make the antlers big enough. They were his pride and joy, after all. Oh, and you can see them building it there in the background. That green chunk of Flostrite. So that must be the lantern there. Oh, so do they make one giant lantern every year? Oh, if I had known that, I would have looked for it this year. Well, I'm glad I'm watching this version of the event so we can learn about it. One giant lantern. Or is it maybe because each year is dedicated to a different Adeptus? So this year was Skybracer, and so they built this lantern in his honor. And our year just now was, Minon?
Look!
How do you say his name?
It's floating! Luckily it's tethered in place.
It's Flostrite.
If it wasn't
Menengius,
held
whatever
down,
his name
who
is.
knows where it would fly off to?
And he got a big statue in the middle of the harbor instead.
This is the Flosterite to be used for the Ming Xiao lantern. The whole of the Xiao market is centered around it.
Xiao Market.
Oh, hello! Who
Lanterns?
are you?
I'm Zhang Zhou. Recently, I've been tracking progress on the construction of the Ming Xiao lantern. You seem like newcomers. Is this your first Lantern Rite?
Yes, but also no.
How can you tell?
Well, I don't remember running into any weird and wonderful mascots at last year's festival.
Weird and wonderful mascots, really.
You'll see lots of people releasing little lanterns during the festival. Those ones are called Xiao lanterns.
Little
But
lanterns.
there's also a huge one, a joint effort by all the people of Liyue Harbor. That one is called the Ming Xiao lantern.
Very cool.
Almost every business in Liyue has a booth at the annual Xiao market. But despite its popularity, this is the one time of the year they're not looking to make a profit. The street market exists solely to raise
That
the
is
funds
so
and materials
cool.
required for the Ming
I
Xiao
didn't
lantern
realize that.
construction.
And I love how the decorations are similar but so different from this year's.
Does it have stuff you can eat?
I bet it does,
Plenty.
Paimon.
And if I do say so
Oh,
myself,
looks tasty.
the Lantern Rite is the best festival for sampling Liyue's local delicacies.
Oh, I
It is
totally would have
Liyue's
looked for this
biggest annual
lantern if I knew it
festival, after
existed.
all. Showing off your craft is a great way to drum up a reputation. So even
Yeah,
if
I
there's
love
no
that,
more to
actually.
be made, everyone is secretly going all out to get their produce under the spotlight.
This is such a cool festival.
You are so smart.
If you need any help, you can look for Wangya. She's overseeing the Lantern Rite.
Oh, cool. Organizer.
She's usually somewhere around the Xiao market. She's your first port of call.
Let's go find her.
Oh, will she know which stall sells the tastiest stuff?
No doubt. When it comes to the Lantern Rite, no one knows more than she does.
She probably knows what all the stalls have.
Let's go to the Xiao market and
Such a
look for
cool
Wanya.
username.
And then go to the stall with the tastiest food and eat till we're stuffed.
Sounds like a plan, Paimon.
Hi, can I help you?
We're looking for food.
From the look of you, you don't hail from Liyue. Are you traveling through? Welcome to the Xiao market.
Are you overseeing Lantern Rite?
Overseeing? Not exactly. The Lantern Rite Festival belongs to the whole of Liyue. It's not just one person's to oversee.
Seems like
I'm
it would
just taking
take a
care of
lot of
few
people
small
to put
things,
together.
Doing my bit to make sure everyone who joins in the festivities has a good time.
You're being very humble, though.
We want to know where the tastiest food in the whole wide Xiao market is.
The tastiest? Hard to say. I guess that depends on your personal preference. Still, what I can tell you is that everyone's talking about Yin Yan's stall.
Ooh.
If it gets any busier over there, I'm gonna have to bring the millilith to keep things orderly.
Oh, that was good
Hey,
delivery.
you'd best get over there quick before the streets get too crowded with people. Oh, and if you are heading to Yin Yan, please do me a favor and run this document over to him.
Oh, she
It's a
seems so
summary
nice.
of the data from last year's Lantern Rite, compiled by the Ministry of Civil Affairs. It has a few operational tips for our vendors. If you're heading in that direction, it'd be a great help. As thanks, I've got a gift for you when you get back.
Always doing favors for people.
You really don't have enough
All
hands
favors
on
make
deck.
this world go
If
round.
I'd known, I would have roped some others in.
Well, we're here now.
What's the best thing on the menu?
We're all sold out.
Customers. Take a
nope.
look and decide for yourself. I can do anything on the menu. Or if there's something in particular you're after, I can do that instead.
Wow, very flexible.
Ooh, Paimon will have... Huh. Now that you mention it, you do have a lot of options for a food
I
stall.
want to see their menu.
Naturally. If there's a dish I can't cook, I've yet to hear about it.
This is a document from Wang Yang.
Uh-huh.
Can you make
Same
almond
every
tofu
year.
also?
The old operational tips. How's this for a tip? Leave the handbook to one side and concentrate on the killer cooking. Hand it over. I'll use it to feed the fire later.
Something tells me you're going
Come
to
on
need
then,
it later.
Place your orders. Aren't you here to eat?
Almond
There's
tofu.
so many.
We need to lure
This one
Xiao
looks
out
good,
to join the
But
fun.
Paimon wants to try that one too. Huh? Grilled tiger fish. That's the one
Oh,
Pervasi's love to eat, isn't it?
wasn't it tickerfish?
Seeing as the Lantern Rite is about commemorating the heroes of the past, let's order this one. This can be our way of honoring his memory.
Paimon strikes again. You mean your way of
Ah,
ordering
your friend has
dinner.
a good eye for food. That's our specialty. Please wait. I'll have it ready for you in no time.
So this does pick up right where Xiao Story Quest left off.
Okay, here's your grilled tiger fish. What do you think?
It's delicious, I'm sure.
Delicious.
Paimon's an expert in eating.
Of course. What kind of a guide would Paimon be otherwise?
True words. Very true.
Well, hope you enjoy your food. I gotta see to some other customers.
Thank you for your
If you
time.
get hungry again, you know where I am.
Did we pay this gentleman at all? I hope we did.
So you're back. What do you think? Yin Yan makes some mean grub, huh?
Very good.
Ah, so tasty.
He said he wouldn't look at the
Oh,
document,
yeah?
though.
He said that last year, too. If he'd listened to our marketing tips, he'd be doing even better by now.
Is he struggling at all?
Anyway, not to
The
worry.
lantern!
Here's the gift I was talking about.
Yay.
This Xiao lantern is for you.
I'm so happy I get to see them again.
Such a beautiful lantern. How is it made?
Good question.
I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to explain the process concisely. But if you're interested in Xiao lanterns, you can ask Jingming over there. He's in charge of both the Xiao and Mingxiao lanterns.
Ooh, the expert.
So he's responsible for this super duper huge one too?
That's right. He should be easy to find. Just over there, I think.
If we could make a Xiao lantern for Xiao, maybe that would cheer him up a bit.
Oh,
Let's find Jingming and see what he has to say.
At this rate, we should be able to meet the deadline.
could you teach us how to make Xiao
Teach
lanterns?
you how to make Xiao lanterns. Oh, You don't look like locals to me. Looking to try your hand at making your own?
Apparently we are.
I'll be happy to teach you. There's no one way to make a Xiao lantern, but let me start by showing you the simplest one.
Thank you very
I
much.
should have some spare materials.
Oh, we
over here.
learned. Cool.
Just a second. They still need a bit of work. Take these and give it a go.
Wait, if everyone who participated in this was able to learn how to make
Paimon
these,
is all out of brain juice.
can you still learn how to
Did
make
you
them?
get it?
Just about.
I
want to learn how to make these.
No one's expecting your first try to be perfect. Folks like you who want to learn my craft are a rare find nowadays.
Did you build that humongous Mingxiao lantern using the same method?
That one? I suppose it's fair to say the method is the same, broadly speaking. But no single person can take credit for it. The whole of Liyue comes together to make it.
So it was a community effort?
Surely you've heard about it. The Xiao Market is actually a fundraiser aiming to support the Ming Xiao Lantern's construction.
It's so pretty.
Whoa. So that's how the Mingxiao lantern is built.
Such is the Lantern Rite tradition. The Ministry of Civil Affairs might be covering the bulk of the costs, but it's the citizens of Liyue that donate the materials, among many other things.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, so that's what that little girl meant when she said she donated her ragdoll.
That's so
But
sweet.
since when do you build Xiao lanterns out of ragdolls?
It seems like they carry up some
Well,
items
the
with
Lantern Rite
it.
is a major festival. If somebody wants to make a contribution, no matter how small, or in this case symbolic, we tend not to reject them. All well-meaning contributions are gratefully received.
Oh,
Especially considering how grand of an occasion the Lantern Rite is for everyone. People believe that joining the effort might bring them good luck.
that's pretty cool.
Alrighty then. Shouldn't you get going? With all that the festival has to offer, I'm sure you must be on a busy schedule. Of course, if you want to make another Xiao lantern at any time, you know where to find me. Happy Lantern Rite. Have fun.
Thank you very much.
So,
a
did you
nice guy.
find Jingming?
We sure did.
We did! And he taught us all about how to make Xiao lanterns. Even though Paimon can't really remember any of it.
No worries. You can always ask Jingming if you need to refresh your memory. I should go. Duty calls. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite. You know, I was picturing the oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. The Mingxiao lantern as something that would hold a bunch of items and lift them up into the sky. Kind of like a time capsule, except an immediate one.
Hello again, Wang.
So that's what I thought the doll was
How's
for,
the
to
Mingxiao
carry the
lantern
wishes with it.
construction coming along?
Good to see you two. The Mingxiao lantern is coming along smoothly, thank you. We're almost done collecting the required plastrite. The project should be completed in a few days. You'll have to come by when it's done.
Lost, right?
Plastrite is the main component of any Mingxiao
Wow,
lantern.
look at the giant deer in the
Most
back.
of the donations we get
That
from
must be the
city
top
folk
of the
are either
lantern.
Mora or plastrite.
Oh, so people
A
just
lot of them
casually
carve
have
their heart's
plastrite?
desires onto the plastrite they donate as a prayer for good fortune and other blessings.
I guess this is normal plastrite, not
Want some good fortune
vermilion
too?
plastrite, or
Let's
whatever
want
it was
some
called.
Plastrite and make a wish.
Since you seem so eager to donate, how about you keep your eyes open for less common varieties of plastrite?
Oh, there
Those
we
are the
go.
ones we lack the most at the moment.
I saw
One is
Ning
called
Guang if she has any.
azurite. It is
Ooh,
occasionally found in the northern part of Mount Tianheng.
there's so many different
When
types.
azurite gets caught in the roots of ordinary vegetation, it sometimes produces bloaty floaties, which have floating seeds.
Wait, that's so
The
cool!
other one is called vermilionite,
Vermilionite.
which is extremely dangerous as far as most people are concerned. In Guili Plains, old ruin hunters who have lost the power of flight use vermilionite to keep themselves airborne.
Oh. So wait, how were they flying beforehand? If they couldn't,
It's a tall order, but
if
I'm
they've
sure you
lost the
can
power to
manage.
fly. And now they're using vermilion. Wait, that's so cool!
We're back with
The
a
bloaty
free
floaties are
supply
made
of
by
azurite and
plastrite!
vermilionite.
And that means that there's
I
little
knew I could
plastrite bits
count
in
on
their
you.
roots. That's so cool.
Let me see.
Yes, you're right.
Yep, without a doubt, these are azurite and vermilionite. But don't you want to make your wishes? You brought back just enough materials for both of you. Come on, get carving.
So then how did the ruin hunters float?
Done. Paimon prays for a bottomless stomach to eat more delicacies with.
Paimon, you already have one of
And you?
those.
Let Paimon see. Huh?
Oh,
That doesn't sound like something you'd wish for.
that's my brother's deepest desire. Oh, that's so
you
sweet.
made a wish for him instead. Don't you
Wow,
worry.
rare to see Paimon looking
will
so
help you
serious.
find him, and we'll spend the next Lantern Rite together.
If
Then
only.
we'll release a gazillion Xiao lanterns to make up for all those wishes you've never had a chance to make.
We sure will.
If you're done with your carvings, you can hand
Eventually.
over your azurite and vermilionite to me.
Miss Wong, yeah?
I get the feeling that this traveler has not had to go through We Will Be Reunited yet.
Hello, Chang Chang. What's up, little missy? Can't find your granddad?
Chang Chang is really involved with every
Granddad said
Liyue
he's
event, isn't
busy
she?
And I should go play on my own.
She's having a very historic childhood.
I want to make a Xiao lantern, but I don't know how.
We can teach you.
Miss Wongya, could you help me make a Xiao lantern?
We can do
Sure
it.
thing. But promise me that you'll go back home as soon as we're done playing. With so many people at the festival, your granddad will be worried sick if you stay out too long.
Thank you, Miss Wangya. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
So, you know how to make the
I
lanterns
certainly
too.
do. That's how I made my first Mora, helping visitors make Xiao lanterns by the docks. Ah, good times.
Aw,
I should really stay here to keep an eye on the girl. Hey, could I bother you to go to the construction site at the dock and gather some building materials?
happy to help.
Great, thanks. I appreciate it.
Such nice people, this
What
Lantern
you
Rite.
doing?
Are,
What you staring at me like that for? Get gone!
are you a treasure hoarder?
Huh?
Why are you acting so standoffish?
All right. If you all won't get gone, I'm just gonna get going myself, I guess.
Okay, bye. Nice to meet you, angry fellow.
Wow. Paimon thought he might be a shady character. Then he opened his mouth and now Paimon's sure of it.
He's acting a little
Must have
sus.
been up to something when he was crouching down on the ground, because as soon as he saw us approaching, he stood up and acted all innocent.
Stealing something? Planting
Paimon
something?
has a bad feeling about this.
I think he's trying to sabotage the lantern?
Let's investigate.
Or steal all the phlostrite that people have
On
donated?
the last day of the Lantern Rite, huge crowds come out to watch the Ming Xiao lantern being released. It can't be a good sign if there's a suspicious character lurking around somewhere so dangerous. If he's been tampering with the stockpile of lantern supplies,
Look at all that ore.
let's get the materials we came for first.
Ooh,
We
cool
can tell
geo symbol
Anya
in the
about
background.
The situation when we get back.
Paimon, you're taking this very seriously.
Because everyone in Liyue has worked really hard for this. No one should be allowed to spoil it, period.
What's
Oh,
the real
fine.
reason?
There's so many delicacies in Liyue Harbor. Matsutake meat rolls, mora meat, almond tofu.
Are you reading those off a menu? She made the face
Did
that's
you
on
get
the
the
app.
materials?
It's funny.
Ah,
Sure
yes,
did.
these will do. Let me make a Xiao lantern for Ching Ching.
There's more.
We saw a shady character skulking around the highly flammable materials at the construction site. He looked like he was up to no good.
I see. Okay. Please inform the Ministry of Civil Affairs about what you saw.
Oh, cool.
I'll talk to Jingming.
I've never been able to
With
talk to
so
the
many
ministry.
people visiting for the lantern,
It'd
right?
be cool to
We
go
can't
speak with them.
afford to ignore something like this.
Miss Wangya, is something bad gonna happen at the Lantern Rite?
No, it's going to be
Not
fine.
to a darling little angel like you, Chang Chang. Come on now, good girl. Head back to your granddad and don't get distracted along the way. We don't want to make him worry.
Alright, let's go talk to the ministry. Where can we find them? Ooh, what an austere building. I like the geo symbols.
This is the Liyue Ministry of Civil
Yay!
Affairs.
We are here to report a suspicious individual.
We saw a shady-looking guy snooping around near the stockpile of highly flammable Mingxiao lantern supplies. We must defend the grilled tigerfish food stall at all costs.
I want to believe that Paimon cares about the people
Goodness.
too. She doesn't
This
just
is
think
a
about food,
serious
right?
matter indeed.
Paimon, right?
Exactly what Paimon thought. Liyue Harbor's cuisine is the heart and soul of the city.
It seems we
And the
disagree
people
on where
too,
the
right?
seriousness of the matter lies. But you're not wrong, my little friend.
Oh, he's nice.
Rest easy. The Ministry of Civil Affairs has assigned a specialist to keep the Lantern Rite safe.
Oh, who might that be?
I will inform him of this matter and order him to step up vigilance in due course.
Do you think it might be
In
Xiao?
due course? This is serious. Why not get your butt over there and tell him straight away?
They don't really command Xiao,
I
do
wish
they?
I could, but he's yet to return.
Oh,
He's
okay.
taken a small
Maybe
team
it's
to
not him.
Guili Plains. Huh? But you're a traveler, aren't you? You've come all this way for the Lantern Rite, and yet you are willing to lend a hand?
That's just the way we roll.
Pleasure. We're experts in this kind of stuff. We lend hands all the time. Oh, like the time we...
Just leave it to us.
Really? Huh. Then we are indebted to you. Travelers are so kind these days.
Aw,
Ah, yes.
we gave him a little bit
No
of hope.
commission should go unpaid. I will take care of the compensation. Again, thank you
Ooh.
both.
Appreciated, much obliged. As you look for the Millilith, you encounter a hilly trail blockade. As you clear them out, you find the Millilith.
Who are you?
Giadi sent us.
Thank you. If it weren't for your help,
today may have ended quite differently.
What are you doing here?
I'm in charge of keeping the Lantern Rite safe.
So why are you
A lot
over
comes
here?
out of the woodwork at this time of year. There are thieves around every corner. I encountered one during my patrol just now, so I called a few men and we pursued them out here. Once we got here, we decided to split up. I was searching this area.
Do you think they deliberately tried to lead them away from the
Seems to have
city?
made a clean getaway, and I sure didn't bank on these monsters being here. I was just assessing whether it would be better to send for reinforcements or find another way to disperse them. And that's when you showed up and dealt with them.
I see.
And thank goodness. I don't know how long it would have taken for the others to get here.
Well, you're welcome. No worries.
I need to get back to looking for that thief. But thanks for your help. Until next time.
I think you should get back to the city, to be honest.
Done here?
Yeah. Let the thief go.
Is there something else?
There's a suspicious character down at the harbor.
Another one? It's interminable.
You need more people.
Right. Well, when I get back, I'll get the other troops to be extra vigilant in the area. In the middle of the festival, too. What are they up to?
Perfect time to strike, I guess.
You get the feeling...
That the Ministry of Civil Affairs isn't up to the task? Perhaps we should take this into our own hands.
Too. The locals must take all their tasty treats for granted by now.
One-track mind, this one.
Poor traveler, all alone out in the wilderness, often forced to survive on nothing but the most mysterious of mushrooms.
You know, that does explain a little bit why she's so obsessed with food when she gets into the city.
Important of all festivals.
Or do you mean for you,
So
Paimon?
let's go back to the place where we witnessed the shady-looking guy.
You know what's interesting is you can really tell.
Patrol officers that criminals love to go back for another look at the crime scene after the event. It's a psychological thing, apparently.
But the crime hasn't even happened
That's why
yet.
there's no time to lose. When there's highly flammable materials involved, once the crime happens, it'll be too late.
You make a good point. But yeah, I was going to say, you can really tell that it's an earlier event.
Knew it.
The animation is much simpler. The scenes are much more...
Wait, there's another person.
There's less happening in them. Hey! There you are. What is that symbol on the ground?
What are you
Is it a
doing?
bird?
Huh? Xiao, are you here for the festival?
Aw, Paimon looks so
I
happy to
have
see
no
him.
interest in Lantern Rite.
Aw, but there's
I sensed a
lanterns!
malign influence here. I'm here to investigate.
So
When a
vigilant, as
shackle
they
is
say.
loosened in the realms of deities and demons,
Oh wow.
I take
Is-
full responsibility.
His vision has it
But
always
this
been
time,
there. I've never noticed
the
it
threat
being
comes
there.
from the mortal world. Your world. Thus you shall take full responsibility, mortal traveler.
Ooh.
When the
We're
time
not mortal.
comes, I
Just
hope you shall act promptly
clear
and
that up.
decisively.
that's what we're doing right now.
I do not wish for the tassel of the polearm that has slaughtered countless demons to become stained with mortal blood.
Nice. I love how the
What's
crates have the Geo Vision symbol on them. It's really cool. It's a mark of some
A
sort.
symbol that your suspected evildoer left behind.
Paimon, do you recognize it? I'm seeing a
Doesn't look
star.
familiar to Paimon.
Very concerning to me.
Well, you will have to show me how much you can accomplish on your own strength. Because
do our
if I
best.
become involved, there is a possibility that the streets of Larua Harbor will be painted red this Lantern Rite.
Then it's up to me to avoid that. Actually, it's quite a festive color in this
That
part of the
sounds
world.
Terrible. Let's not be impulsive. Why don't we figure out the origins of this symbol first?
Sounds like a plan.
The one the
we
suspected criminal
ask?
left behind. Oh! Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Kaya will know
Kaya?
something about it.
I mean, it does kind of look like his constellation, but where on earth did he come from? Kaya?
Long time no see.
What happened to Liyue?
Kaya! We went to the Lantern Rite in Liyue.
And I love how we just casually made it all the way
well,
back to Mondstadt.
How was it?
Wow, are those normal dandelions in the background?
Delicious.
I didn't know that was possible in this
Well
game.
then, you ought to be looking forward to Mondstadt's Ludi Harpastum.
I
I'm sure it will be to your liking.
am! Get to the point, Paimon.
Right. Kaya, there's something we need to tell you about.
We saw a suspicious stamp.
Lantern supplies. Stockpile of wood, paper, and oil. At the very least, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen.
It sure does, doesn't it?
How very amusing. What makes you think I would recognize this symbol?
You're amazing at everything and we trust you. You flirt with the dark side, so you would know. It's true. I feel like you'd be the type of guy to have contacts with the treasure hoarders. Vile, at least, right? Our dear player is conflicted. Which one are you going to choose? I vote the second one, personally.
Oh, that about sums it up.
I'm flattered. But don't you think you might be overestimating me?
I don't know, are we?
There it is! At last! Kaya displays the knightly virtue of modesty, perfectly articulated and masterfully delivered.
So flattering.
My goodness. Your stay in Liyue seems to have sharpened your wit and broadened your vocabulary.
You think that would happen in Mondstadt,
Anyway,
City of Bards.
I digress. This is the symbol of the cross-border criminal organization you know as the Treasure Hoarders.
He does know. We could have just
If you
skipped to
are
this part,
curious to know
Kaya.
more, I can put you in touch with an informant on the inside.
Do you think it'll be Vile?
Didn't you just say the Knights of Favonius don't have dealings with their enemies?
Don't worry about it, Paimon.
This is my own personal informant. Nothing to do with the Knights of Favonius.
Sure.
A little later, make your way over to Windrise. I'll arrange for the informant to meet you there.
Appreciated.
Kaya?
This is so
and
random.
remember, wine begets wisdom.
I see. Secret code. Gotcha. Secret code to confirm that we're the person they're looking for. Nimrod? I don't think it's him.
Hey, you're the guy, right? Kaya's informant?
I don't think so.
Informant? Not me.
But this is the place we agreed upon, and you're the only other one here, so...
I can't
Place
believe you
we
just
agreed upon?
asked him to his face.
I know nothing.
Oh, say the code word. See if he responds.
Stop being so annoying.
Wine begets wisdom, or something about wine. Ooh, his
Okay,
eyes
yeah,
snapped
it's
open.
me.
Really? You're a treasure hoarder informant?
Was any of that even
Vega looks so not Vega.
necessary?
Tyrannosa looks so
What
unimpressed.
do you want to know about?
Wow, I'm just shocked that you're a treasure hoarder informant. Really? This whole time?
Okay.
I did not know
see.
that.
So,
Wow, everyone's a
what
spy
can
in
you
this
tell
game, I
us as an
swear.
insider?
I do
just-
not think this is the work of the treasure hoarders.
Can never expect who's connected to
The
who.
reason the treasure hoarders are able to sustain a giant cross-border operation is because they abide by one fundamental principle.
What's that?
Caution. Softly, softly, catchy monkey is the name of the game for them.
Is that a phrase?
By
I've never heard of that
contrast,
saying
the
before.
idea of taking huge risks to try and make a fortune is utter folly in their eyes.
So are they actually being
Liyue
framed
has
in
the
this case?
Adepti looking after
That's
it,
unusual.
doesn't it? And they're especially active during the Lantern Rite. There's just no way that they, slip of the tongue, when you've been undercover as long as I have. Where was I just now? Oh, yes. There's no way that they, the treasure hoarders, would dare make a move during the Lantern Rite.
Right,
Also,
okay.
the treasure hoarders organization in Liyue recently received an anonymous letter.
Oh.
Why would someone send them an anonymous letter? Trying to frame them, perhaps?
Kind of seems like it.
Nobody knows. But what I can tell you is which branch of the treasure hoarders has the letter in their possession. There. I've marked their location on the map for you.
Thank you very much.
Great! Well, Paimon thinks this was productive. This is our only solid lead. Let's not waste it.
Tyrannosa.
If there's nothing more, I should get back to treasure hoarding. I mean, get back to those treasure hoarding lowlifes. To spy on them.
Wow. The line between being undercover and being an actual treasure hoarder is paper thin with this guy, isn't it? Oh, hey guys. Let's be friends.
Sorry, pal, wrong way. Wherever you think you're
That
going, it's
squirrel
that way.
is falling.
But isn't that the way to Liyue Harbor?
Right. Here is nowhere. So the other way is Liyue
I
Harbor.
love how everyone is just fine
If
with
you're
this
looking
floating
for somewhere
creature.
to stay, I suggest you go to the Wangshu Inn. Fair prices,
Oh,
great
squirrel
customer
recovered.
service, and a wonderful view.
These guys are the most aggressive tour
How
guides
do
you've
you
ever
know
met.
about the letter?
We have a contact.
One of Liyue's Adepti Rite told us about it.
Sure.
Did they now? I somehow doubt that.
You
These
should
guys are
not
smarter
doubt
than
it.
they look. Oh!
It was I who sent them to investigate.
Hey, Xiao.
Any further questioning you may direct to me.
Did you just appear out of thin air?
That's an Adeptus for you.
You're the vigilant Yaksha!
I want to see normal people react to him. Yeah.
Watch your tone of voice. Or do you seriously want to pick a fight with an Adeptus?
Okay, it's not that we don't believe you're an Adeptus. It's just... everyone needs to look at the bigger picture here.
It's really fun to have an
As you
Adeptus
well
on our
know,
side,
we treasure
dealing with
hoarders
normal
are no
people.
serious threat to anyone. We're petty criminals, that's all.
Is this
So,
being
if
humble
you
for
are
a treasure
truly
hoarder?
an Adeptus, please show us some mercy,
What
would
is
you?
that mechanism behind him?
Of course, if it turns out you're not a real Adeptus.
Oh, here we
Then
go.
please, don't blame our weapons for treating everyone equally.
Wow. So we just gotta prove that he's an Adeptus, hmm? Having seriously overestimated their abilities, the treasure hoarders are rapidly subdued.
Please, my heroic friend and Adeptus buddy, have mercy.
That is so funny.
The letter is drivel anyway. It's not worth an armed conflict. Just take it.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
That! Paimon knew it all along.
She's so pleased.
Let's see what they wrote.
Oh. Alright, one thing I'm going to point out is that the zoom of the screen is not my doing. That's actually how the video looks. So unfortunately, it looks like it's a little... Ooh, wait, are we not full screen? No, we should be. It's cutting off a little bit of the English at the bottom. This looks very interesting to me. I'm realizing it. Some of these characters are the same as the characters that are on the statue in Mondstadt. But the rest of it, I can't read at all. So is this Abyssal? Is this Old Ancient Tevatian? What is this? What language is... Oh, here we go. It translates for us. Thank you. Treasure hoarder big folk. I have an opportunity so crazy lucrative yet feasible. Once in a lifetime thing. Y'all wouldn't want to miss, eh? Intrigued, right? Meet me in the dead of night. I'll put on my finest mask on to honor y'all guys and for y'all to recognize me. And I humbly recommend that there y'all do too. Just so that the authority don't recognize y'all folks. Anyways, I'm no snitch, of course. Just a kind reminder, I think that there's no way treasure hoarder do things, right? To put on cool masks. And I know y'all are cool folk. Cool folk gets along with cool masks. That they're so cool and I like cool things. Yeah. So meet y'all there then. I love this. Is this a Hilly Churl letter? Because it almost seems like it is. Whoever wrote this, I love them. Just what a fantastic personality. What a strong voice. That's so fun. They're so cool and I like cool things. Yeah, so meet y'all there then. What a great ending argument. You can't argue with that. They're so cool. And we all like cool things, don't we? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Paimon and Vega? Or... Oh, I keep forgetting their name.
I see. Then let us send these two to the meeting.
Oh, these guys? But I want to
The sender
go.
may be plotting something truly diabolical for the Lantern Rite. It seems they want to burn down the entire city.
How did you get that from such a fun
Great,
letter?
everyone's happy. You're good, we're good. However...
These two, they don't look anything like us.
Oh, we're sending us two?
Fine. When we're in disguise,
Oh, yay, we get to go. Oh, good.
It still seems like a long shot to me, but with the help of an Adeptus, hopefully everything will turn out fine.
These random treasure hoarders
Well,
get to
the
work with
safety of Liyue
Adeptus.
is in your hands
How
now.
legendary for them.
Good luck. Even the treasure hoarders don't want to see the city burned to the ground.
Nice.
Then it is
Appreciate
settled.
that. Let's go. Oh, wait. Wait, what are we waiting for?
What is it?
Next time we meet,
Huh?
let's make it somewhere with a view of the Xiao Lantern.
I am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year.
That's fair.
When this matter is resolved, come to Wangshu Inn.
I'm sure Wangshu Inn will have a great view.
In previous years, the Xiao Lantern has been visible even from there.
Yay! We get to watch it together. Quite a distant view, but we'll still get to see it.
did he go back to Wangshu Inn already?
He's got places to be,
But
people
the
to
time
avoid.
mentioned in the letter, that's today, isn't it?
I'm sure whatever time it is, we'll make it.
Let's go to the meeting place.
We have time on our side, after all. in the menu. Oh, is that the guy?
All right. You folks from the treasure hoarders, yeah? I thought I insinuated in my letter there that you should have done like I done and put on a mask
Oh, is
and
that the
costume
guy?
and so forth.
This isn't the guy,
Well,
is it?
seems you didn't all get the memo. It's pretty cool, though. Gutsy.
You think we're treasure hoarders looking at us?
Well, guess what? We don't need to go sneaking around everywhere wearing
Hey,
disguises.
Ruin Hunter!
because unlike
Ruin
you,
Hunter.
We would never do anything so shameful that we would need to wear masks while doing it.
You've got to wonder what powers those things now, though.
Really? I was in the middle of my speech and everything.
I think he just enjoys dressing up.
Wait a second now. You folks ain't no treasure hoarders. What game are you two playing?
That was really funny. I wonder if she just did that to mess with her. The mysterious scoundrel tries to fight you, only to be easily put in his place.
Tell us your diabolical plan now!
Okay, I give up.
Give
What's
up
going
now,
on?
or feel the wrath of my paimonial... Huh?
Paimonial?
Just like that?
I'm just a lowly apprentice thief who really looks up to the treasure hoarders.
An apprentice thief?
An
Wants
apprentice
to burn down the whole city? That's not very treasure hoarder of you.
Yeah, for a greenhorn like me, especially working on my own and all, the treasure hoarders? Oh, man, they're my heroes.
What an interesting perspective.
Wait a second.
Looking up to the treasure hoarders?
So I thought I'd try and set up some sort of lucrative opportunity and submit my pledge of loyalty.
Wow.
Wait a second. None of this is making any sense.
That's one way to apply for a job.
Paimon was expecting a serial arsonist to be someone more sinister, evil looking. But instead, we get you.
Arson? What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, nowhere was it said that this guy wanted to burn things down.
Don't pretend. Paimon's seen you loitering around piles of highly flammable materials.
Oh, yeah, I know where you're talking about. But I was only checking the place out. My plan ain't got nothing to do with those lantern construction materials.
What is your
Are
plan,
you
though?
serious?
Well, I just wanted to nab me the biggest chunk of plaustrite in 20 years.
Yeah, the prostrate. That's what he was
I
after.
was gonna wait till nightfall, chop off half the tethers, float it out to sea.
It'd be hard to sell something like that, though. You'd have to break it down.
All I'd have to do is find
Then it would
some way
lose
or
a lot of
another
its value,
bringing it
right?
down, so I could hide it underwater in the shallows. The perfect crime.
I don't know if you can bring it down, my friend.
For a perfect crime,
Yeah.
it sure has a lot of holes. For example, how exactly were you planning to bring down the prostrate once it was airborne?
A great
I was
question.
still in the process of figuring out the details, hence why I hadn't made my move yet.
This guy is an imbecile.
He's a novice,
Let's
Paimon.
teach him a lesson.
Again, we just beat him up. We're beating him up again? The traveler hands the stupid
Now
thief
that
to the
the
miller?
Miller has gotten hold of that idiot.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Let's head back. We can notify the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yeah, I guess that's taken care of. Crisis averted. Everything is fine.
Traveler, word spreads fast. We will keep watch over the thief. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. It was really
Looks
quite
like
silly.
The Ming Xiao lantern will be ready soon. A critical juncture. We cannot afford the slightest interference.
On the topic of
Rest
keeping Lantern
easy.
Rite safe,
Word was passed up the chain. Another group of very capable troops have been brought in. They're dressed as ordinary citizens. You wouldn't notice them in the crowd. If anyone dares make a move, they'll be on them in an instant.
where did you get these people? You brought more people in. Where'd you bring them in from?
You two get some rest, we'll take it from here. Enjoy the Lantern Rite in peace.
Thank you, you too. Happy Lantern
So,
Rite.
Paimon supposes that's taken care of then.
I want to look at the lanterns. If only Xiao were here.
Paimon wishes so too. Guess he won't make it this time.
Aren't we supposed to go to Wangshu? He can literally teleport
Do
to
you
us.
remember
We should
what
teleport
the
to him.
inspiration for the Ming Xiao lantern was?
Skybracer, right?
So if it's modeled on an Adeptus, maybe Xiao would be interested this time.
I love how we're talking about this
On the
Adeptus friend
day
of
the
ours
Ming
right
Xiao
in front of
lantern
this
is
guy.
ready, we can meet him at Wangshu Inn like he suggested, then try to persuade him.
Very crafty, Paimon. Let's give it a try.
Even though he said you can see the Ming Xiao lantern from Wangshu Inn, we should get up close if we want to get that festival atmosphere.
We should at least do the cliffs by Larua City. Or Larua Harbor, that is. We'll have a great view, and we'll be away from the crowds. But we'll still be close enough to feel the fervor, you know? That's what I think we should do. Or we could go on top of a building. Can't reach us up there. Zhongli! Lucky person. And look at their little Sealy. So cute. Oh, hey!
So is the matter resolved?
We took care of it, but...
Good.
Are you really not going to see the Xiao
No.
Lantern?
As I said, I am not partial to crowded areas, especially at this time of the year.
The lantern this year is Skybracer.
Yeah, it's a super impressive looking giant deer. Let's go take a look together.
Paimon, your scarf is looking magnificent today.
Skybracer.
Are you familiar?
A Xiao lantern nonetheless. A fleeting creation of human hand. It means nothing to me.
Are you sure?
If this short-lived spectacle is one you wish to witness, I suggest you go to the city.
Have you never tried it? So you don't know what you're missing.
Sounds like you and Xiao took care of business again.
Yes.
Word certainly got around. The news even reached us here.
I mean, you guys are spies and
yet
informants,
another
so
year's Lantern Rite
this
will
is what you
soon
do.
be over, and he still won't go and take a look.
It's really so sad.
All these long years, and I've never seen him attend the Lantern Rite.
I love how these guys have, like,
I'd
adopted
go as
him.
far as to say it'd be easier bringing the festival to him than the other way around.
Your wish is my command. Let's go steal some lanterns.
Bring the festival to him.
Nice idea.
Yeah, if Xiao won't go to the Lantern Rite, then let's bring the Lantern Rite to him.
Let's do it.
Sorry, surely you realize I was joking. How would you bring the Lantern Rite to him exactly?
Grilled fish,
When we were
fireworks,
in the city
lantern.
checking out the festivities, we learned how to make Xiao lanterns. We even found a food stall serving local delicacies. So much tasty food! So many pretty Xiao lanterns! Not to mention, what else? Oh, the Bygone Heroes! His old friends!
How are we going to bring
Those
bygone
part
heroes to
and soul
him?
of the Lantern Rite?
That's a
You're
little
not wrong,
difficult to
but where would we
capture.
settle that up?
Oh, you guys are going to
Now
help
that you
us?
mention
That's
it,
fun.
I wonder. We need enough space to set up our own stall. There might just be enough room below the inn.
Yeah, we've got
Hey,
a large
let's take
platform
a look
down
and
there.
choose a space. I believe I know the kind of stall you're after.
Oh, I love that these guys
Should
are
be a
scheming with
few
us.
styles we can reference. Let me think. Here's not too bad, and it's safely away from all the foot traffic. Fitting choice.
Perfect. Can we
We've got
build a
ourselves
stall
nice
in less
spot.
than an
Now we need
hour?
to build a proper stall. I've thought about it, and I believe
Looks
I know
like it's
roughly
nighttime
how to go
already.
about it. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'll try to figure out where to start.
No, so far as I can tell, this is a
And
lot
voila.
shorter lantern rite
A
than the
little
one that
rough
we
around
had
the
this
edges,
year.
but it should serve us well.
It
What do
was
you think?
fast. I think you've missed your true calling. Such
Oh, there's
expert
no big deal.
carpentry.
Just a little bit of DIY that I picked up years ago. I've forgotten most of it, actually.
You built that so
Well,
quickly.
we can check the stall off our to-do list. It looks quite festive decorated with that Xiao lantern, wouldn't you say?
You know how to make Xiao lanterns
Well,
too.
yes. But in my generation, it's just the norm for everyone who grew up in Liyue.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, speaking of festivities, no celebration is complete without a
Where did these
feast.
fireworks come
Do
from?
you know what you would like on the menu?
All the lantern rite things behind them.
Tofu, that's for sure. We've made it for Xiao before.
And grilled tiger fish,
Almond
please.
tofu and grilled tiger fish. Huh. What an interesting combination of flavors. I'll have a word with Smiley Yan Xiao. He should be
Let's
able to
see.
rustle those up in no time. Luckily, the inn's pantry contains all the necessary ingredients.
Perfect.
Oh, it's about time to summon our honored guest. Could you fetch him? The food should be ready by the time you come down.
Go fetch the Adeptus. Sure, we'll do our best.
What now?
Oh, the lantern behind us. We'd like you to come to
We've had
Lantern Rite with
talk about
us.
crowded places. Do not make me repeat myself. Best you go alone.
I didn't say you have to go to
What
Larua
is
Harbor.
that supposed to mean?
You wouldn't go to the festival, so we brought the festival to you.
Brought the festival to me?
Sure did.
Okay, so there's a bunch of delicious snacks just laid out below the inn, and a bunch of Xiao lanterns, and there's practically no one else around to have to worry about.
This is actually so sweet. There's even almond tofu and grilled tiger fish.
Go cold.
We brought the festival to him. Oh, that's so sweet. So he doesn't have to brave the crowds. He can be in his comfortable place.
Very own miniature Lantern Rite festival. Well, if it doesn't look mouth-watering.
Can we see?
This
Can we
is
see?
what you meant by bringing the festival
Nice.
to me? Is there no end to the peculiarities of human behavior?
And I'm sure the other guests will
Does
enjoy it
serve any
too.
grander purpose?
This way you can take part in Lantern Rite. Lantern Rite is meant to include everyone.
Is that so? Human motives defy my attempts to fathom them.
It's really simpler than I think you're thinking.
Eating! Come on, dig in before it gets cold.
Paimon has her eyes on the prize.
Okay, Paimon's gonna concentrate on eating now.
Have fun, Paimon. Everyone has a nice leisurely time over the holiday meal.
Now that we're done with the most important part of the celebration, we should be heading out to see the Ming Xiao Lantern.
Come with us, Xiao.
You may take your leave. There's nothing for me over there.
You might as well keep us company on the way there, or oh, vigilant Yaksha, please escort us safely to the city.
The Ming Xiao Lantern may not be your thing, but surely there's no harm in taking a walk with us. The road from here to Liyue Harbor is long and full of dangers. We need someone to ensure our safety.
We've got him there.
Nobody says you have to enter the city. You can just see us off at the outskirts.
We're really dragging this guy kicking and screaming to that festival, aren't we?
So be it. I shall accept your proposal.
Aha! Success!
There you go. All right, time to hit the road.
Smiley and Xiao's no
Oh,
run-of-the-mill
cool, we get to talk
chef,
to people.
Huh? Oh, you should visit the city after our meal. You'll just make it in time to see the Ming Xiao Lantern being released.
I can't believe you managed to talk him into dining with us. That's a first, and I've known him for years.
Wow. That's a first? I guess he eats in the kitchen sometimes, but not with other people. There he is! Yeah, see, this is the perfect place to watch it from. Away from the city, but with a great view.
Go. Please see yourselves into the city.
Yeah, we're just gonna stay right here. Wait a second. Or never mind, he can see it from here. Wait a second. We're not gonna leave you here.
What now?
We're gonna stay here with you.
You are obviously one of the heroes this festival is all about. Why don't you want to get involved?
I wonder what the festival is dedicated to next
Detest
year.
the rabble.
Is that really all there is to
No
it?
cares in the world. So peaceful, so joyful. They are nothing like me.
Aww. That's really
Too
sad,
long
actually.
have I spent slaughtering, accompanied by the burden of suffering that follows in its wake. Crossing paths with all those jubilant people will only make me...
Aww.
That's all I have to say.
Aw.
Farewell.
Are you sure you don't want to go with us?
Are you really so enamored with such trivial amusements?
What do you think?
Hey, this is a legitimate festival, not some trivial amusement.
I also love how the lighting matches him right now. The color of the sea.
Legitimate. Enough. Go watch your lanterns.
I love how it's daytime
But
now.
stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open for any menace. If you find yourself in trouble, speak my name.
Sure you'd make it into the city in time to come to the rescue?
Anywhere, anytime.
Well, we could get him down there.
Yours or Liyue's, I hear all cries for help, all prayers for peace, and all the wishes carried by the lanterns.
Oh dear. That's a lot to be hearing all the time. So yeah, we could get him to come down there. But I don't know if he would appreciate it if we called for his help. Just wanting him to get over there. Ooh. Ooh. How is this happening? Excuse me? The deer has come alive. So wait, he really didn't come watch the lantern with us? Oh, that's so pretty. And there they go. The lanterns have definitely gotten more detailed in years since this. But nothing can beat that sight with all of them in the sky. Yay! Oh, he's watching. Oh, I'm so glad he's watching a little bit. Oh! Oh, that's so sweet. So is this a magic lantern, or did this thing come alive? Oh wow. Oh wow, that's a big firework. Oh, that was so beautiful. Is that the end there? Oh, a little bit more. Lantern Rite Tales 3, Glow of 1,000 Lanterns. Yay! Quest complete. Well. That was really cool. That was so sweet. Wow. Okay, so definitely shorter than this year's. Less detailed than this year's, but you can't blame them. You know, this was right when the game was starting, so they didn't have the resources that they have now. That was cool. We got to learn more about the intent behind Lantern Rite and sort of the community spirit within it, which is really nice. I love having that context because going into future Lantern Rites, it'll make it all the more meaningful. And I'm so glad that Xiao got to watch the lanterns a little bit. And I'm really glad that we didn't really force him out of his comfort zone. We pulled him along as much as we could, but when he put his foot down, we let him be. We went into the city, and we let him have his peace, which I think is a good move, because I know, you know, from the future, that in a couple Lantern Rites, he will be more willing to join into the fun. And so I'm just really glad to see that sort of natural progression on his part. Oh, that was so much fun! Thank you to Trailblazing Traveler for posting this video. And thank you also to the commenter who sent this to me way back when I asked if anyone had seen a Lantern Rite 2021 with Lumine as the character, and because I was having trouble finding one. So someone actually sent this in to me, so I really appreciate that. Really helpful. Thank you so much. And wow, okay, so that was the first Lantern Rite. And it does give us more context for future years. Just thinking about how far they've come since this one to the more modern ones
For Xiao before.
is really quite amazing. But nothing will ever beat just the beauty of all those lanterns in the sky. Oh, so wonderful. So I will never get tired of watching Lantern Rites, I think. In any case, that's this one. All wrapped up. What a lovely festival we had. And next up on our reactions list is something. I can actually open my notes, I think, and tell you. Not that, but here we go. Oh my goodness, next up on our reaction list is Shadows Amidst Snowstorms, which, if I'm understanding correctly, has Albedo in it, my favorite character. So I'm very excited to get to that. So that will almost certainly be next week, unless something comes up and I can't record it. So, woo, that's great. This time, Lantern Rite done. Finally finished. Next time, Shadows Amidst Snowstorms. Oh, it's going to be amazing. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.